Let's have a discussion about the main event UFC 302 happening in less than 2 weeks. Islam Makhachev, the number one pound for pound on the planet, is going to be taking on Dustin the Diamond Poirier, your favorite fighter's favorite fighter, the legend. This is one of those fights where there's an obvious favorite. 95% of the fans think this fight is going to go one way. This is also one of those fights whereby the anticipation and the build-up is getting better and better as it gets closer to the date. Let's talk about Dustin Poirier for a sec. This is going to be Dustin Poirier's third chance at the crack of the belt. He had two chances previously. He had a chance against Khabib, he came short. He had another chance against Oliveira a couple of years back, he came short again. So this is going to be his third chance of having a crack at the lightweight belt. So Dustin the Diamond Poirier was a former interim champion. He won that belt in the fight against Max Holloway. But the interim belt is not the same as the undisputed belt. The man wants the undisputed belt. He wants to add that to his legacy. The guy has done everything in the sport. He's a legend. He's a future Hall of Fame. He's fought the best of the best. All the big names in the division, he's fought them all. One of the notable names that he fought is Conor McGregor. He had 3 fights with Conor McGregor. He had the very first one at the beginning of his career. He lost that one. And then the last couple of years, he fought Conor McGregor twice again. And he won those fights fair and square. Just to give you guys heads up, I'm going to be having my picks for UFC 302 next week. I have that up next week. So how does Dustin Poirier get this fight in the first place? Because realistically, it was supposed to be Justin Gaethje, right? Justin Gaethje was supposed to be the guy next in line to fight Islam Makhachev. But unfortunately, Max Holloway defeated Justin Gaethje in his last fight, so they couldn't give it to him. So now, the only person in the division that makes sense was actually Poirier, because Poirier came on top in his last fight against Benoit Saint-Denis. That was a very tough fight for Poirier. Poirier could have lost that fight because Benoit Saint-Denis was absolutely hammering Poirier in the beginning of the fight, the first round, and some of the second round. He was absolutely destroying Poirier. But because of Poirier's experience, his heart, he knows how to fight. He was very relaxed, very composed. He knew exactly what he had to do. Eventually, he came on top, and this is exactly how and why he got the fight. Another reason I think why Poirier is getting this fight, besides from winning his last fight, is also Poirier is a big name. Poirier is a fan favorite. Everybody likes Poirier. Poirier is one of those guys that always gives a good fight. The UFC obviously likes Poirier. They give him every opportunity they can. And it just makes sense as well. So I think that's another reason why Poirier is getting this fight. And I'm not complaining. I like this fight. It's going to be a good fight. It's one of those fights that you don't know what's going to happen till it happens. But although there's a favorite, there could still be an upset. Let me tell you guys a quick story. Remember last year in November, UFC 295, John Jones was supposed to take on Stipe Miocic for the light heavyweight strap. But John Jones had an injury. He tore his pectoral muscle, so they had to cancel the fight. So they had to make a new main event, Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka. I'm sure you guys remember that. So me and one of my friends, we had ticket booked to New York. So we went to New York to watch the fight. Great atmosphere, Madison Square Garden, a good life experience. Probably go back someday, hopefully. But to cut the long story short, a day before, they were doing meet and greet for Poirier. Poirier was doing a meet and greet with fans. Got to the meet and greet, there was a big queue outside. We thought we were going to have to queue up. But because we had our thing booked already a day before, they allowed us to skip the queue to go upstairs to meet Poirier. And then when we got upstairs, we had the opportunity to talk to Poirier for like a minute. And then we took a picture with Poirier as well. My point about this is the guy is a very nice guy. He seemed like a very nice, down-to-earth guy. Even the way he was conversating with me and my friend, you could see this guy is a genuine, great guy, really. Like, because I could see him as a friend, that kind of a thing. He's like one of those lads that I could ring up and say, look, what's up? What's happening for the night? What are you up to for the night? What are you up to for the day? I'm going to call up to you, that kind of way. He seemed like a normal, nice, genuine guy. I know all these guys are human beings. I know that. But it's just nice to see that some of them are humble as well. You know what I mean? And Poirier was definitely a humble guy. And I was happy to meet him in the meet and greet and take a picture with him. I'm not going to say much about who I think is going to win this fight or how they're going to win it or something like that. But next week, I will be posting up my picks sometime next week. So stay tuned for that one. And then what can you say for Islam Makhachev? Islam Makhachev, the pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Islam Makhachev is a really great fighter, well-rounded. He's good everywhere. That guy is a scary man. He's on the 13-fight winning streak as well in the lightweight. This is one of the toughest weight class in the whole world. The lightweight, like, that is where most human beings fit. That is why he's the toughest weight class in the whole world. It's crazy. Like, this is gonna be his third title defense as well. He's a special fighter. He's good everywhere, Islam Makhachev. It's not a guy that anybody can just beat on a good day. He's a very, very difficult guy to beat. And I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm really looking forward to the fight to see how it all plays up. I want to see the game plan of the two guys, how they go about the fight, what the coaches come up with. It's going to be a very interesting fight, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. And let me know what you guys think about this fight. Do you guys like this fight, or do you think Islam Makhachev should be fighting someone else in the division? Do you think Poirier has a chance? Do you think Islam Makhachev is going to win or whatever? Just let me know what you think in the comments. And then make sure you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you at the next video.